What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we're going to talk about Star Wars Galaxy of Adventures. This is a new series that has been introduced by Lucasfilm, and it's basically an animated series that's going to be specifically targeted to kids on an all-new YouTube channel created for kids. The idea in isolation, I don't really see a big problem with it, to be honest with you. I don't necessarily love the idea, but I can't sit here and have a massive problem with it in isolation. But this is facing a lot of criticism because almost anything that Disney does with Star Wars is going to face criticism, and justifiably so in my opinion, because of how they've handled the franchise up to this point. And it's real funny because Disney doesn't want to seem to acknowledge the originals, you know? Disney just wants to sit there and say, kill the past, let it die, all that stuff. And yet they want to try and recreate the past because there's money involved. And that's my problem with how they're handling everything right now. They don't want to appreciate the past until they need to use it for marketing or use it for money. And that's what's bothering a lot of fans. Why don't they honor the originals? Why don't they honor the prequels? Why don't they give more respect and highlight the originals and the prequels more instead of trying to push them away unless you're trying to recreate them and retell them? And that's what's bothering a lot of people. So it's the current direction of the films, and it's the lack of respect for the past that Disney is giving us right now. They're not appreciating the past, and they're doing a terrible job of the current and the future of Star Wars. So when you have those elements in play, people are going to get really aggravated when you bring a series like this out, and you're basically retelling the past from a certain perspective, and it also allows them to change things to fit their narrative. And we all know what Lucasfilm is all about, identity politics right now. They use Star Wars as a social justice platform. So with this new series, when the fans see this and they see how you've been treating the franchise up to this point, I think that the criticism is valid. Now, I know a lot of people are going to go, well, this is for kids. This is a kids show specifically for kids, specifically targeted for kids. You shouldn't worry about it. And again, in isolation, I agree with you. But there is a much bigger picture at play right now, and how Lucasfilm is handling everything and moving forward, and how they are handling any criticism, and how they are not acknowledging the originals in the right way. They're not acknowledging the prequels in the right way, and it's all about the sequels taking over, and then the rewriting of history with things like the Han Solo movie that bombed at the box office, because fans are not really interested in you rewriting history. They're interested in you acknowledging and honoring history, but not rewriting history, not changing it to push your social justice. And so that's why I think Galaxy of Adventures is going to get a massive amount of criticism, just like Resistance did, because everything Disney is doing right now, they're doing it wrong. They're doing a lot wrong. Again, I like some things that Disney has done with Star Wars, but generally speaking, I'm not happy with the overall direction of Star Wars under Disney. I'm just not. I can highlight aspects that I like. I can highlight aspects of Rebels that I absolutely love. I can highlight the fact that, yes, I liked Battlefront 2015 to 2017, but it still doesn't matter. It was a bad business decision, and they did a really, they upset a lot of people closing down LucasArts. They upset a lot of people, making the EU non-canon. And they've upset a lot of people with The Last Jedi. They've upset a lot of people with the Han Solo movie. Everything they're doing right now is counterproductive to Star Wars. So when we see a series introduced like this that kind of seems like it wants to retell the historic original trilogy, fans are not going to like that. So I think the hate is justified. And I think that Disney has a lot of work to do, and I don't think that they understand the internal damage that they have created within Star Wars. I really don't. And I don't know when they're going to wake up and understand this. But Episode 9 is probably going to be awakening for them. And not like The Force Awakens, but it's going to be like a financial awakening for them to understand you have screwed up big time. Because anytime you pander to the NPCs, anytime you pander to social justice, you are facing a get woke, go broke situation. So enjoy it while it lasts, Disney, because you are on the tail end of this Disney Star Wars wave that you are riding. It lasted a few years. But now your lack of creativity, your lack of respect for the past, your lack of respect for the future is catching up to you. You guys have a great day. We will talk to you later.